Hello everyone, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In case this is your first time here, do well to like, comment, and of course subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. This channel is basically designed for the discussion on theory of music. So any aspect of theory of music, talking about the chord, the rhythm, scales, harmony in general, or any area in the theory of music. So we discuss them here, and I try as much as possible to simplify all these aspects of music. I have done several videos in the past on this area of music, so you may go back in time to check this channel, to check my previous videos and watch them. We have a task here. If you know the answer, you can drop it in the comment section. And as usual, let's try to answer the questions together. So the first one has been done already. So if we are on C major, that's the fourth chord, right? FAC. And it is being inverted in such a way that the root has been taken upwards. So this is the first inversion, whereas F remains the root, A remains the third, and of course C is the fifth. So let's see the second example. Now we have C, E, and G. C is the root of the chord, so this makes a root position chord, right? So let's go to the next one. So we have F, B flat, and D. So what chord is this? So it's B flat, D, F, right? So it means B flat is the root, as if you are on the key of B flat major, right? That's the first chord in B flat major. Or you can also call it the fourth chord of F major, right? And this is the second inversion chord. Quickly, let's go to the next one. So we have F, A natural, and C. Okay, of course, F is the root. F is the root. So this is the root position chord, right? So let's see the next one. We have D sharp, F sharp, and B. Okay, so this is not a root position chord, judging by the arrangement, because we use a 6-3 chord. It's a first inversion chord, right? 6-3 because the outer pitches is 6, and from the first to the second one is 3, right? So simply you can just look at it that way, right? And get what kind of inversion it is. Okay, so quickly, the root remains B, because when we rearrange it, you have B, D sharp, and F sharp, B, D, F sharp, B, D sharp, and F sharp, right? So this is the first inversion chord, right? So you're taking the root upwards, an octave. So quickly, let's talk about the next one. So you have E flat, A flat, and C. Of course, that's not a root position chord. It's a 6-4 chord, judging by the arrangement of the notes. When you rearrange the notes, you have A flat, C, and E flat. Of course, this is the second inversion chord. So that's that about that. But let's see the second question. Invert the following chord as specified. It says on D minor, right? That's lowercase d. So chord 3 on D minor scale. And of course, chord 3 on D minor scale is F, A, and C sharp. And it says 6-4. That is the second inversion, right? It will return to C sharp, F, and A. Now, this is talking about the scale of C major, and chord 1 of C major is C, E, G, right? And it says 1, 5, 3. That is the root position of chord 1 in C major, and of course C, E, G, right? C, E, G. And of course 6-4 is talking about the second inversion. That means you have this arrangement. So you have G, C, E, right? So from C, E, G to G, C. So the root position and the second inversion is G, C, E. The next one says the root position of chord 1 in B flat major. Of course, it's B flat, D, and F, right? And like we have here. So we're changing it to 6/3 chord. That's the first inversion, and of course it goes this way. All right, the outer pitches, the interval between the outer pitches is a sixth, and that's why we have 6. For the denominator, it's talking about the first and the second pitch, which is just the interval of the third, right? So you see why interval is very, very important in the discussion of harmony. So if you want to get more idea, more knowledge about interval, you can go back into any of the link videos. I have made comprehensive video on everything you need to know about interval. So you can go back to these videos and check them out. So we have it in this order. The next one is E minor, right? So the lowercase e stands for E minor, and 153 is talking about the root position of E minor chord. So instead of writing E small letter m, then you have this. Like I said, this is essential for classical musicians, right? And if you want to be deeply rooted in classical music, then you need all this. This class is actually for you. And if you want to be all-rounder musician, of course, this is your class. If you're a jazz musician and you want to expand your knowledge of music, this class is also meant for you. All right, now let's continue. 6/3 is the first inversion. So we have this arrangement. And quickly, let's go to the next one. We have 5/5/3 of C major. Then we're talking about GBD. Mind you, we are on the bass staff. GBD to 5/6/4, the second inversion of this chord. And of course, we are talking about DGB. You see, all these are very, very related. So if you don't listen very well, you won't just know the difference between them. That's where the knowledge of ear training comes in, right? This is what I just played. I play G, B, D. And the next one, I inverted the first inversion, that is B, D, G. So you see the roots sounding sounding upwards now. And we have D, G, B. So when you have they are very, very similar in the sound, but they are not the same, right? They are not really the same because of the arrangement. Back to our discussion. The second inversion of this chord goes as D, G, and B. All right, that's that about that.